First is Teresa. You have 3 minutes. Ms. Green.
Hi, Teresa Perryman. I used to give my address, but now it just come down as Summerfield resident, so I am a Summerfield resident. I just want y'all to know, over the last couple of months, I have stayed quiet, but the way this town is going, it really scares me. I want y'all to know, some of y'all do or don't know, that I did apply to be an alternate when Kyle left. However, I was turned down. Now, I was an ex-surveyor, been and born, raised here. That job at 3 years, 2 months, 2 days, 12 hours, 36 seconds in Houston. So I felt that I was a good person that I would be able to give background for this planning board. However, I was denied. No reason. But I've seen this town change a whole lot. I've heard it change a whole lot since my dad lived here, when it was still dirt roads and horse and buggy. So it really upsets me when people says I'm not for change, because I've seen it change over the years. I've seen it grow. And there is a proper way for it to grow. But a lot of this comes to, you know, the current council. I've seen y'all.
You're fine.
No, you're fine. I can't figure out the clock.
So I didn't know.
So you can start over again.
You're good, you're good.
You're good.
So I'll try to make this quick. So I've seen changes through the council too over the years, and you know, I liked it when all town meetings were the same time every month, all meetings, no matter what. You never know if it's at 6, is it at 5, 6, 6:30? You have to really pay attention to those now. And how I've seen changes that y'all have requested get denied. Y'all are an advisory board to the council, and I understand that. But it's now to the point where, and I did, Karen, and I will mention names, call Stalls at several meetings and out in public, that he will pass every zoning, every public hearing. He will pass it because he needs to let Raleigh know that we are working with developers. Now, I'm like, okay, he's only been here 2 years, but if we hadn't been working with developers in the past, how did Elmhurst get here? How did any of the schools get here? I didn't understand that reasoning, but at this last meeting last week, when that was a public hearing, I hated I missed y'all's meeting, but I had foot surgery, so all he did was went in there and rubber stamped it. So I'm not really sure what y'all's position is anymore to give to the council, because they're just gonna go in there and rubber stamp it. And I just wish that the council would listen to y'all and not just rubber stamp everything. And I think that's all I gotta say for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Dunham.
Gail Dunham, 5805 Summerfield Drive. The planner, evidently, the manager appointed the planner to be the manager. The town manager, acting manager, whatever the person who has the role, is required to be appointed by the town council. The town council didn't. They spent 3.5 hours in closed session, and somehow Will was said that appointed him, and he can serve until the manager returns if his disability ceases. So they're saying in the statute that the manager has to have a disability in order to appoint this temporary person. But they're not doing that. It's been over a week now, and you don't have anything from the town council. Still all government in the closet. I'm concerned about the liability going forward. Town's obviously made the decision to just go ahead, you have to approve everything. The plan, you're not going to be able to have any input on the site plan. The last, it wasn't even a public hearing. It was a debacle. It was really disgusting. Lynn Devaney, Heath Clay, or not Heath, Hamilton, they were remote. But there seemed to be a debate whether they could vote or not. No one figured that out because it wasn't a legal meeting. You have to pay attention to the details. I worry about your liability because the mayor at that times had said, well, we're going to only have that 3 minutes and that's it. And in the future, you're going to eliminate the site plan. So in the future, every property owner in Summerfield should know that in the future, you're going to just say yes, and then people will have to work with the developer. There will be no input from the town or from your committee. And I think everyone has to know that that's what it's come down to. Incidentally, the town could certainly have brought in a temporary planner from the North Carolina League of Municipalities. Someone would be trained, an expert, legally qualified. We need that kind of oversight. But maybe those town council members are just so busy fighting among themselves to decide which one of them is going to get that $200,000 a year job. Because they're not doing anything constructive. And I think your liability is serious, that you're not going to be involved with site plans or anything else. The way the people were treated, one man, we got an airplane. There's certain things that you have to do to comply with these special things. Don't just tell them, yeah, work with the developer. And you would let it go too. So I think you're being put in a very bad position liability-wise. Because I don't like it.
Thank you, Ms. Miller.
The people don't either.
I think we give the town a pass because at this point for tonight's meeting, since developments happened so quickly last week and the town manager, acting town manager, wasn't appointed until like 7 o'clock on Friday night. So.
I was told the problem is that the citizens don't come. We're supposed to come for 3.5 hours.
Okay. Now, is there anyone else in the audience who has not signed up that would like to speak? Okay. Since there isn't one, I'd like to have Eugene maybe spend 3 minutes and introduce himself to the board.
Okay. Excuse me. Sure. My name is Eugene Naughton, 3404 Quarter Horse Court. I've been a resident of Summerfield since 2014, and I was raised in Greensboro and spent some time in DC, and I'm now back here. And yeah, I actually just decided recently maybe I should help out with the town, so I'm an alternate here, and I'm going to be on the history committee.
Good.
Yeah.
We like community involvement.
I heard you're an attorney.
Yes, I don't practice law. I was licensed up in Maryland, but the work I do right now is work as a therapist.
Oh.
So,
Sorry, I didn't know you were
No,
Well, that's an attorney, that's why I asked.
yeah.
Okay.
Did you take up therapist after being in DC?
Yes, I did. They need it.
Next
Probably
item.
need it worse than everybody else.
Okay, next item is E, old business, and since this is a site plan, and we discussed it at our last meeting in June, the ordinance does not call for public comments on it. It's a decision that's made by this board here, and it's a decision that's final once we decide yea or no. With that, Dustin, you want to present it again?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chair. So this is site plan SP 03-2025. It's a request for major site plan approval for a flex industrial building for Summerfield Storehouse LLC. Property is located 5331, 5333 Storehouse Road. Guilford County Tax Parcel numbers 146847 and 146849. This item was continued from your June meeting, and since that time, the developer has amended the site plan slightly to reduce the scope of the building. So now the building that you have in front of you is 16,500 square feet.
The screen is blank.
Did you lose it yet?
I'm driving to find to get it up.
Okay.
Yeah, just page down.
Just we're patient.
There we go.
Keep going.
Thank you,
Keep going.
Ted.
There you go.
There.
Yep, right on the side, thank you. So, your actions tonight would be to review the major site plan and consider submittal's consistency with the ordinances. And the board shall, by majority vote of the quorum present, take one of the following actions, which would be to either approve it, conditionally approve it, continue consideration, or deny the submittal. Just keep in mind the application shall not be denied under state statute if it meets the ordinance. And the surrounding zoning and land uses here, to the north is industrial, to the south is industrial, to the east is vacant and industrial land that's separated by US 220 north, and to the west is also vacant industrial zone. And the tract size overall is 15.264 acres, and the request is, as I mentioned previously, a new flex space industrial building with associated parking. And so per the requirements of the major site plan review, the informational meeting was properly noticed and held June 8, 2026 at 5:30 p.m. at the Summerfield Community Center. And the applicant has addressed nearly all of the staff comments. There's just a couple of very minor comments left over, and none of these will have an impact on the site layout. And staff is recommending approval conditioned upon meeting those final staff comments. And the applicant is here tonight if you have questions.
Okay. So what was the square footage before?
Yeah,
33, and it went down to,
16.
so basically cut it in half.
Yeah.
Did the number of loading docks change?
That's probably a good question for the applicant. I believe that it was 2 on the original, still 2 on this submittal, but they can answer that.
So I'm able to see the site plan pretty well here, but the one that we get in our document is not.
It is hard. I wish there was a better way on paper, but
Well, we used to get the full thing laid out as a full page. If you want us to review it thoroughly beforehand,
Yeah, but they used to give us the site plan the size of a plan.
whatever that's that possible.
potentially. We're trying to reduce our carbon input, but we can do that.
Yeah, well, are you trying to reduce our ability to review it? I don't think so. So I like to.
But that is why we provide digitally, so you can zoom in, you know, and review.
Yeah, but we can do it here, but we can't do it at home.
Case study.
Okay. We want to bring up the applicant. We got 2 representatives. Can you state your names?
My name is Goosey Kennedy. I'm a contractor with Kirkland Construction. Chad Ward, owner of the property and developer.
Okay. Welcome. Questions?
I guess my first ones are on traffic. Was there a traffic study done on this?
Chuck Truby, CPT Engineering, they did a traffic study. So we're coming off of 220 onto a private, I guess, another private.
Yeah, I'm worried about that light. That's what I'm
Worried about
that. That light is already a very bad corner already. I'm up there quite often because I have cars in the garage right next to this property.
Okay.
So I'm worried about that traffic getting worse with that school going in. Did they do a traffic study on that corner as part of this, or?
If it was, yeah, no, I don't believe it was.
The amount of employees that don't work at this building is nothing compared to the students in those 2 schools.
I know that.
You know, so we're looking at like, you might have, say, 14, 16 employees.
What, just
Just
talking about
the
loading
building.
docks, though, what's the loading docks for then?
Just in case somebody like has manufacturing, say they need to unload a truck and they need to have one going out and one coming in. This is not like a major production. The build's not big enough for what you're thinking. It's just for simple like say somebody owned a fertilizer company or seed. You got to load a truck and unload a truck. And that's really about it.
And I will say DOT reviews all traffic and transportation requests before they issue a commercial
Didn't
permit.
do a good job with that school, we know that.
It's their purview, it's outside the town's purview.
Speaking of which, I guess we'll talk about that later?
Yeah, we can talk about that later.
Because we're gonna talk about that. Okay.
We have an appointment on the school rating that Clinton brings that I'm not aware of, interested in the response we get. Off topic here.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, you only have 2 loading docks, and you're going to usually trucks, most of, I guess, semis will come in and all, but that's who else really, about the road.
Obviously, the permitted uses for using this flex space would be noted, and that's already been gone over by staff.
So in the permitted use table of Article 4 in the ordinance, it specifies with either a P or a D if it's something that's permitted in the industrial zoning district. Any of those uses would be allowed.
With pretty much everything.
It's one of our most already districts. Yeah, it's a very broad district.
So being a flex, it could be a myriad of types of things being stored there.
Yeah, HVAC contractor that wants to come in, electrical contractor, anything, along those lines.
The caveat would be it wouldn't allow certain industrial uses that would create like smoke or excessive noise.
Hazardous
things like that.
waste.
Those would be treated differently under the ordinance.
And this use is gonna be like for your mom and pop small companies. They're big companies. There's a lot of people live out here and own businesses could use that space.
Sure.
I mean, it's more likely it's gonna be box trucks, not rigs, that come in here. It's,
So is your vision to be more than one person using the facility or renting space there, or one person rent the whole facility?
The idea is two tenants, the
Two
building's
tenants.
gonna be cut in half,
Okay.
so, 16 or 8,000-ish per side. So
They're coming off the main road at the end, if I'm reading this right, correct? And then they go into their own driveway into the property, is that right? Correct.
yes.
Considering some of the warehouses we're seeing, some of the places built for.
It's much smaller.
It's,
Just go up the road another 5 or 6 miles.
Yeah, I was on-
Rockingham County, boy.
It's pretty wide open.
it's,
this is-
East Wendover Avenue last week, and,
That's another place.
Just out of curiosity, where do you put your septics? Is that over on the right on the other piece of property?
Scroll down.
Oh, they're down in the backyard?
If you can scroll, they're down there in the bottom.
So they're down below the property then? okay.
Down, right
Yeah,
there.
Oh, down there. Oh, you guys go back to those woods back up in there, okay? Back to, oh, wow.
That's storm drain right there.
Yeah,
Your septic is this.
okay.
Yep, that's right there.
Yep.
So you guys doing this to draw in a couple businesses is what it boils down to.
There's a great need for this, and you can't find anything in northern Greensboro. Well, let's say Summerfield. That's a small footprint. So it's just a high need for it.
My only concern was the traffic, and that's, it's not y'all's fault, it's because of the school. I mean, the school is a problem. It's gonna get much worse. So.
And
But you're right, your footprint's so small that, if you told me you were gonna be bringing semis in, like massive, like if you're expecting to have like 5 loading docks, I'd be, no, because that's somebody's gonna kill with a semi, they turn from a semi. So, box trucks, I'm not gonna worry about it.
This is gonna be low traffic.
The water use would be minimal for wastewater. You're not actually going to be using water for any other purposes other than.
Yes, everything's on well out there, so yes, but you're right.
Now, that used to be one piece of property, are y'all subdividing it?
Sorry.
Didn't it used to be one big piece of property, are y'all subdividing
Yeah, one piece, yes.
it? But I meant to the right's the same property, isn't it?
Correct. You scroll back up to the field.
Sorry, it's hard to see what the thing, yeah, the field.
It's all one large piece of property.
So that's going to be, left to be developed later as a plan? A separate piece of property?
Wherever. Yes.
Correct. No, I'm sure, you know.
And it'd be the same style building.
So, as far as signage and planting yards, I'm not sure what,
So they've got all their buffer requirements. They do have a front planting yard for the required street yard buffer. And then they've got the scenic corridor overlay requirements as well that they've done.
But what about the signs?
So the signs
Right now,
are-
the sign that's up there does not meet our requirements.
Yeah, so any new signage has to, of course, meet, was it Article 5 on the sign regulations, plus the scenic corridor overlay regulations, so.
Just so you know, the sign that's up there now was put in after the regulations were written.
Which side is that?
The one that's up at the corner right now.
The barrier one side?
Yeah.
We'll get that tomorrow.
No, it's installed it. It's been there forever. No, it's the one that's been up there forever. It's got 2 posts on it. It's been there.
Oh, that's the last thing to clean up over there.
so as long as you're in compliance with our ordinance in terms of signage and planting yards, we're okay. I think personally, I would like to see as low impact as possible in terms of visibility.
Yeah, nice
It's not something that, but we can't require that. It's not something that you're looking to attract traffic from 220 or 73, just like.
Some of the landscape buffer that's gonna be going in, it's pretty expensive. And I am a commercial landscaper. by the way.
Good.
So I can tell you, when that material grows up, I don't think you're really gonna see the buildings. And two, the highway 220 sits down pretty low. Service road is up 15, 20 feet above that. And then the footprint is on the lower side of that service road. So it's gonna be very.
It's gonna look better than the Skywalker roofing building anyway. Yeah, no matter what you do.
Yeah,
Leland cypress, they grow fast.
they do.
I planted them and I cut them down.
It's been 20 years in.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't have any questions.
No question.
Come on. Okay.
No questions?
No further questions. Is there a motion for action?
Well, that's something else to discuss.
No.
You guys sit down there.
I don't want to discuss anything, I just that based on everything that you've done and everything, it meets all the requirements, and that's what we got. Correct?
I motion to approve the site plan as designed with the changes that Justin has asked for as a town planner.
Okay, motion by Clint, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Brett. Any further discussion? Okay, call the vote. All in favor, raise your right hand. Passes 5-0. Okay,
Thank you, guys.
thanks for coming.
Sorry we didn't prove it the last time, but we wanted to talk to you first. So. You blame me for that. That was my fault. So.
Well, he can take blame, but I think most of it felt the same way. Okay,
All right, so can I bring new business now, Justin?
yeah.
The reason that I want to talk about that intersection is back when the school was approved before your time, they committed to have an exit onto that road where the light is. And I've been looking at their grading, because I'm up there all the time. They're not grading for that. How does that get dealt with?
Are you talking NHA, the new school, or?
The new high school.
So,
We only approved contingent on that they would have a
So there's-
exit onto the side.
so right now, all they've got is construction entrances, they haven't put in their permanent
Correct,
entrances.
but they're not even grading for it. If you look at it, their current grade is kind of all to the right, and they're leaving it down the bottom where there's a hole.
Also, they're gonna have to build it to plan, so if they don't build it to plan, then.
Somebody will look at that, make sure that that's
Yes,
taken care of.
we don't pass it if it doesn't meet the plan, so
Just,
I will touch base with them.
Just to make sure
and
they still
make
plan.
the concern is noted though.
because that was a very concerning.
It's correct, I remember you very specific, well, I remember this board mentioning that very specifically about whether traffic was gonna come out in that second spot, so, yeah, they're supposed to have that emergency access road, on the left side of if you're facing the site, and then they're supposed to have.
Because we
another
argued whether it was
access
going to be parents or kids.
That's right, we had that exact conversation.
I know, so you're, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were part of that, that's before you talked.
So what's the process? We've got a site plan approved and they go to build it. If they don't comply with what they agreed to do, can you withhold an occupancy permit?
That's correct. That's
That's
exactly
all
what
we ask for.
until they get a site plan revised, and that's assuming that it gets approved as revised. Otherwise, they have to put it in.
And then you have the county.
But I think you're right, I think we catch it now, so we don't.
I just think the way, they may just still temporary grade, but I'm up there
I'll
today.
just touch base with them just to make sure that they understand.
Okay,
Not that I'm
all right, my time. Next order, the only order of business we got left is elections. And so with that,
I nominate Dick as the chair.
is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? Any further nominations? If not, I'll call the vote. All in favor? 5-0. Okay. Vice chair.
Before we vote for vice chair, I have an announcement to make. My wife is retiring from law firm, and since this is something we've been wanting to do for a while, we're going to start traveling on. So I will be stepping off the board after the September meeting.
Oh, we're gonna miss you.
Appreciate that.
I'm real sorry to hear this.
Yeah, I'm going to miss him too. He's great.
But I will stay for September because I don't want you guys not to have somebody there for the training. Since I've already committed that I'll be happy to do the training. I don't want to mess that up. But after September, I will still be up here But if you guys need something or need somebody to help out at any point, I'd be happy to. But I just can't, you don't want to have our travel schedule dictated by the third or fourth Monday every month.
But I can assure you that retirement is the best job she'll ever have.
I love it. She's worried about it, but we'll see.
I have a question. Since we're on this, the election of the vice chair, I know I'm an alternate. How does that work?
It works that we have to appoint someone from the current board until the town council selects someone to fill that open position.
Correct.
Okay?
But
So-
you can vote on the
Vote on
regular
this.
member, just like anything.
Yeah, all right.
In my last motion, that, because we only motion it next time, I nominate Mr. Craig, who, sorry we were late, but as the vice chair. If he's willing to do it.
I second that motion.
Well, he's here, so we can ask him if he wants to do it or not. I don't want, I feel like he has to.
Say yes.
I haven't asked him if he wants to do it yet, so.
I'll be happy.
Okay.
Okay. Any further nominations? Oh, it's already a second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you,
I missed it.
Greg, I second it.
Oh,
You
okay.
said,
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
It's my fault.
Any further
I
discussion?
didn't hear anything, Greg.
Well, we always got a third or fourth.
What's that, sorry?
Third and
You
fourth.
got a second, third,
and
fourth,
um,
yeah.
I just want to say a couple of quick comments to Clint.
Let's first vote on this. And
Okay, sure, sure.
all in favor of Dwayne being the vice chair? Right hand, 5-0. Welcome. Thank you. Keep it straight, please.
Thanks, Dwayne.
He'll be a great asset.
He's been very good.
I just wanted to say thank you, Clint, for all your years of service to our town, and congratulations on retirement. That's my plan as well. My wife's working another year, and she's going to retire. We got 2 grandkids, we're going to travel some. And my plan is just to serve on this board for a couple more years. But thank you so much. I know a little bit in depth of what you've done for this town, and it is a thankless job sometimes, and a lot of hours, a lot of work, a lot of effort. So thank you very much.
When did you come on? Do you remember?
It's almost 10 years.
It's
It's
we did
2016
years
or
together
17.
yeah, so it's almost 10 years.
Between 16 and 17, I think, around that time.
So, yeah, I could second what.
That was, well, I was an alternate for like 5 years. But still.
Yeah. I second what Ron said. I don't think any board member has been more active and been more prepared than Clint. And certainly, he played a major role in the rewrite of the EDO, along with a number of other people. But, I think Clint and I are only 2 that are still.
We still alive.
Well,
that's they're still here. That did
Yeah,
that.
so. Okay, so with that, is there any other business? Is there a motion to adjourn? Second?
Sure.
All in favor?
That one did hurt.
6:30.
So your shoulders and improved.
Just in the nick of time.
Not, I am.
Congratulations.
Thanks. There you go.
We just jumped right into that.